Hi guys, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to our Wednesday evening webinar presented by Admiral Markets and Markus Gabel How Trading. It's a great pleasure for me and welcome to our Master the Markets webinar. Hi Bob, great greetings to the windy city of Chicago. Great pleasure to welcome you here in our webinar. Good morning, Chicago. Oh my God, 11 a.m. No wonder price action is so slow today. Okay, we are expecting the Fed rate this evening and in around about 2 hours, German time, 8 o'clock, of course. And hi, Jack. And yes, I'm really excited about our webinar this evening. We want to look about the charts and the markets. And at least the last minutes in this webinar, you know, it's we want to close the gap between education, between knowledge and real trading. You know, the most important thing is to stick to your fucking rules. That's the most important thing. And so we want to have a look at the market. And first of all, I'm so grateful to Admiral Markets that we have this possibility to make this priceless webinar. And I want to say thank you to Admiral Markets, my partner, which has opened this webinar. So let's going through the slides. The risk disclaimer. First of all, you know, trading with financial instruments offered by Admiral Markets carries a high level of risk, which is not suitable for all investors. To the complex nature, if you are a beginner, please start with a demo account before you invest real money. And you know, this presentation and a companion video should not be taken as advice for investing, as they only represent the personal opinion of the authors. That's me in this case. So, and you know, since August last year, the regulation within the European Union differs between retail clients and professional clients. These are the difference. And we have a leverage restriction for retail clients, maximum 1 to 30 and 1 to 20 for currency pairs. And so this is the slide. And you know, I love Admiral Markets because Admiral Markets has the best index offerings between DAX 30 and euro against the US dollar. And for me as a real trader, it's very important to have no minimum stop distances or requotes. Now that's the reason why you should have to open an account at Admiral Markets. And Admiral Markets is a global player. You can open one world global offers around the world, and I'm very happy. Now, this is our trading approach, which we use for our view at the market. And you know, in my opinion, success is not a fantasy. It's always a formula you can use for every trade. And if you use this trading approach, you have a possibility, or in other words, you have a probability to have a positive result about between 65% and 72%, because this is the probability of a trend continuation. And with this in our mind, we want to switch to our rules, and these are our 7 rules. And I guess you are smart enough to remember the 7 rules of the How trading approach. Rule number 5, 6, and 7 is depending from the surrounding, the big picture. Where is my target, and about the market profile. For the entry, for the entry of the trade, you use the first 4 rules. Rule number 1, valid trend is needed. Of course, no trend, no trade. Rule number 2, maturity of the trend, maximum 4th trend term. It's the best. You use the first or the second or the maximum the 3rd correction. It's the best idea to use a young trend. So rule number 3, the correction after the movement has to run at least 38% like Fibonacci. We use Fibonacci. We place it from the last correction up to the end of the move, and then 38 at least per close, not the high, not the low, always a close that expect from you as a trader that you are patient, that you are be calm in your trading. No emotional trading, no excited trading. If you are so much excited in your trading, you have to think about your money management. Think about me about in the next trade. And rule number 5, when you can see the correction waiting for the next rebound balance candle, we use Heikin Ashi. Guys, if you have any questions, you type it in the chat box. I can see it on my left side. If you have any questions or whatever you want to talk to me, it's a webinar for you. I'm not important in this webinar. I'm only the guy which will show you the way you can you want to go or you can go, and I'm able to open the door, but you have to go by yourself. So I'm not important, but I want to show you what can happen if you stick to your rules. That's the most important thing. That's the only way to survive in trading on a long-term distance. Okay, guys, that's our 3 templates. Listen, rule number 7 says big picture must support you. So in this webinar, we focused on the hourly chart in the hourly chart. And if you are looking for trades in the hourly chart, the daily chart is our leading guide, is our big picture. So my English is so German style, of course, I'm a German guy, but I hope you can understand me. And if you have any questions, please type in the chat box. And sometimes you will hear some German words, of course. Okay, and so big picture. We have one chance. If we have a trend in the daily chart, we come out of the correction, then we can use it for the hourly chart. Or the next one, we have a divergence in the daily chart. We can use it in the hourly chart for making a corrective trade. Or the third one, you have Z in the daily chart, a great support, then you can make a long trade in the hourly chart. Or you have a resist, then we can make a short trade in the hourly chart. So guys, let me ask you a question. How many of you lost money in the last 5 days in the markets? Come on, put up your hands. Give me your hand. How many of you lost money in the last 5 days? Come on, be honest. You can lie to yourself, because you can lie to me, of course. But it's a bad thing if you lie to yourself. So how many of you lost money in the last 5 days? How many of you? Yes, but not overall in that time. Okay, yes, but you lost money. Okay, great. I did. Roger, thank you for your honest. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. Break even, check, great. So, trade only demo with, yes, then, great. Another question, second question. How many of you stick to your rules into the last 5 days? Be honest. How many of you stick to the rules, to your own rules, not be mine? How many of you stick to your rules in the last 5 days? No. Thank you for your honest. Yes, Bob, great. How many of you stick to the rules the last 5 days? It's not a big deal, guys, to stick to the rules. And it's not a big deal to break the rules. That's not the thing. I didn't. Thanks, Roger. Right? Roger, great stuff that you're honest. So you must to think about why. Why did you break the rules? It's a question of me as a person. It's not a question of the rules. It's only a question of you. So put out the mask. Ask yourself, why broke your rules? Why did you break the rules? That's the question. That's the question of the business plan, and we have to talk about that. But first of all, thank you for emotion to go. Great, Jack. Yes, it's a question of emotion. of course, but it's a question of myself. Why are my emotions so overwhelmed? Why? There must be a reason. I can say you, it's a promise. It's granted. It's a question of myself. You see, because I have no clear trading plan and clear rules. Roger, thank you. That's really fucking honest. That's the first step in the right direction, to be honest and to say I have no plan. That's the reason, and I'm so grateful, I'm so happy that you be a part of this webinar, because look at this one, that's the rules. Look at this one, that's the rules. I give you rules. That's one of the trading approach. You know, there exist thousands, dozens of trading approaches. But it doesn't matter what kind of rules you have. Okay, it must proven. It must based on statistically proven system. That's the basic. Okay, but at the end, it's a question of yourself that you stick to the rules, and you cannot be successful in trading without any rules. And if you're not disciplined enough, you cannot survive on a long-term distance in trading. Yeah. So, goal, dream, plan, finally opened my eyes to start doing that. Yes, we all have the dream. But let me say something. Okay, all of us have the dream to be successful in trading. But let me ask you one thing. And this is the question for everybody. What's your why? Why do you want to trade? What's your real why? Is it money? That's bad. Money is a bad guide. But what's the real why? Freedom. Oh, great. Moors, great. But what is freedom? What do you mean with freedom? What is freedom? Freedom is another thing for me as Markus. And my back is my client for coaching here in my office. Freedom means for me a completely other thing. What is freedom? Think about it. And money comes to me. Okay, but are you ready to give 100%? Then will money come. But breaking the rules means you are not able to give 100%. So you see, we can talk about so many things in trading without any look at the chart. You see, there's so many important things for trading. Yes, testing system for winning. Then, okay, you need, but don't forget one thing, guys. We only have one life. One. Don't waste your lifetime. Financial independence, support for my children. Great, Roger. Great. But if you want to be the example for your kids, and if you want to be a support for your kids, for the children, it's absolutely necessary that you stick to your rules. You cannot survive. You cannot make money in trading without rules and without discipline. I have the wonderful benefit to guide over 100 clients in my service, and I'm so grateful to have such great persons in my service I can guide. And I tell everybody, you need a coach, you need a support to learn trading and to stick to your rules. So, Roger, for example, your children need support. I guess you don't want that your children grow up without any support. That's stupid. No one would like that. But in trading, it's a completely new job. And as children need support, we need support in trading to find rules, to find a plan, to talk about a business plan, and to stick to the rules and to help to be disciplined. In the other way, you are sitting alone in front of your PC and no one wants to control you. That's really bad. Because you can make whatever you want in trading, you don't have to tell somebody. But if you have a coach or a community, I am the boss. My rules, my room, my rules. And I kick you on your fucking ass if you break the rules, I guess. I swear it. But without the coach and without that community, it's almost impossible to be successful on a long-term distance. To be successful in trading. In a short-term distance, always, but that's an accident. On a long-term distance, you have to learn trading like a new job. Think about that. Okay, let's have a view in the markets. If you have a question, put it in the chat box. We can talk about everything. We have a little bit of time. And you see there's so many things are so important for trading. Without the view at the market, trading is more. Trading means so much more than trading that look at green and red candles. To fail in trading says everything about your own person. Think about that. That's the reason why I told you every day and every week, be careful about your thoughts, because they are the beginning of your actions. Okay, let's have a look. I prepared some trading ideas for you. Look at this one, Aussie Canadian dollar. Do you remember our templates for the big picture? We said first template, do you remember? We have a trade in the daily chart, a trend in the daily chart. And of course, always don't forget, we want to go back to the point of control. That's the market profile indicator you can use. You can buy it on the homepage. This is the market profile. That's so much important. Two things are important in trading. The trend. Where are you in the market? Are you in the move? Are you in a correction? Where are you? Do you have a trend? And the price information is the next big thing. Are you unfair valued or are you fair valued about your price? So, and the price, listen guys, we don't trade Aussie Canadian dollar. We don't trade that. We trade the price of Aussie Canadian dollar. Because you ask, how much is a Canadian dollar to Aussie? You ask how much and you get the answer, it costs. So we're talking about the price. And in trading, it doesn't matter what kind of underlying do you want to trade. You always have to think about the price, because you don't trade the DAX, you don't trade the Dow Jones, you don't trade the euro, you trade the price of that. And if you want to have information, you need the information if I have a fair price or don't. So that's the reason why you need this very important information if I am in the unfair value price zone or in the fair value price zone. So actually, green means run, red means stop. No trade in the red zone, only in the green zone. So this is the first template. You see, we have a downtrend, but we want to go up, back to the point of control, back to the red zone. And so first template doesn't fit. Second template, we don't have a divergence. Divergent doesn't work in that way. So third template, we need a support. Do you have a support there? Yes, you have. Look at this one. I will paint it for you. Just here. Look at this one. Look at this one. There is a support. Do you see? There is a support. So this support we can use, it's a great signal we can use for the hourly chart, and we can look there for an entry. So, and now, do you remember the rules? Do you remember the rules? Let's repeat. For your entry, So rule number 7, we have one of the 3 templates, we have a support. So the big picture is supporting us. So rule number 6, we have the market profile, we are in the green zone, we want to go back to the red zone. Rule number 5, entry outside of the fair value zone. And now we want to make an entry. We need a trend, we need a young trend, we need the correction, and we need a balance candle. With this in our mind, now we have to look. First of all, what do you see? What do you can realize? We are among the red zone, because we want to make an entry in the green zone, in an unfair value price. Actually, you are in the fair value price zone, very close to the point of control above of us at the current price right now here. So, but now we are as well very close to the green, to the border, the lower border of the red zone. And you can see we have a trend. Look at this one. Movement. Let's see, I will paint it for you that you can see. Correction, movement, and now, guys, look at this one. We are in the correction. So this is a great trading chance. If we will have here now, look at this one. Let's paint the Fibonacci tools. From the last correction up to the last move, so you can see, we are at the 68%, 78%, 68% of Fibonacci retracement. So with rule number 3, at least 38%, now we have 68. That's great. So do you know the rule number 4 for our entry? What do we waiting for now? For the next balance candle. Small body, long shadow on the upper and the lower side. Then we can make an entry. But wait, not yet. It's too early. Not yet, because we are among the red zone. We need the balance candle at the point of low, not among the red zone. Never. It's against the rules. And a really successful trader will never break the rules. Never. If you break the rules, it's not a big deal, but you waste your lifetime. You lie to yourself. You lie to yourself. You lie to your own mind. And you go back to the start of your trading. Not one step back. You go completely back to the beginning. Never break the fucking rules. Never. You cannot be survive in trading if you break the rules. Never. That's the big challenge in trading. Not trading at itself. Yourself. You are the challenge in trading. So how do you find a coach? That's a difficult question. So I have my own mentors. Yes, and I coach, Micha, greetings. I coach more than 100 people. I'm a coach for more than 100 people. I guess it's what should I say? It's in my opinion, it's really important that that you have a coach will have understanding for your situation. I guess, in my opinion, the best coach is able to feel what you feel. I think a good coach must have understanding in which situation you are. He must feel he has. I guess he need the experience. What does it mean if you feel a pain about losing money? And I guess you need a coach which will know how does it feel if you make real trading. I guess this is my opinion. So I know that exists unbelievable, uncountable coaches around the world, but I know I'm a different coach. I'm a completely different coach. I'm really hard. I'm really strong. I'm really hard to my clients, because I don't want to waste my lifetime, and I don't waste your lifetime. We have a target, and my goal is to lead you to success. And I can tell you 98% of my clients were successful last year. But that's not about me. I have a small task in this kind. It's not about me. My job is to help you to stick to the rules and never break the rules. So that's my answer to the question, how do you find a coach? Okay, Aussie Canadian dollar, put it on your watch list for the next days. If you find a balanced candle at the point of flow, then you can make a trade up, this way up, back to the point of control. So maybe you remember we talked about the Swiss franc Japanese yen last week. And we said, okay, we saw this great support here at the point of low here. Now we can make a long trade in the hourly chart. Do you remember? Maybe. So you can see we tried it. We had a trend. You see, we had this uptrend. We saw this correction, and we saw on Monday. Yes, it was on Monday. Around the day at 6 o'clock maybe, or 8 o'clock in the morning, we saw this balance candle, and you saw we were in the market. We had a trade, but you saw the result. We had a loser. Oh my God, we had a loser. Now the world goes down. No, the world doesn't go down. No, it's only a trend. It's only a trade. No more, no less. Yes, we have a loss. Okay, but the loss was calculated. Yes, by almost 1%. I knew it before I made the trade. So okay, it was not a winner, but it's a part of the game, and you have to accept the inevitable things in trading, that there doesn't exist any approach will make 100%. Doesn't exist. Believe me, I'm in trading since 20 years right now. Okay, but actually we are among the red zone. We try to make a trade from the point of control back, because the daily chart shows us the signal, and now we are among the red zone, and so we can delete this situation. We don't need this because the chance is over right now. So maybe we will find a new chance next week. But we have a great deal. We had a great trade. Maybe you remember, in US dollar, Japanese yen. And maybe you remember we said last week, if we will find here the stabilization at the point of flow, the way back to the point of control is open. So now you can see we are on track. And on US dollar, Japanese yen, we made our trade. And you see this trade supports us and is guiding us since a couple of 2 weeks now. So our entry, we are in the green zone, and you can see I never break my rules. It was stupid if I would break my own rules. That's stupid. I'm not an idiot. And I never break my own rules. Earlier in my trading career, yes, I very often broke my rules. But today I never break my rules. It was stupid. So, because I know if I stick to the rules, I know the market will give me the money and more than I have to pay to the market. So you see, we had here the balance candle. We were inside. About the Fibonacci tracement, our first target were reached here, and now the trade is still running. So my stop is in the plus at the moment. So I can't lose money anymore, because I'm safe with this trade. And now, in my opinion, and I swear, somebody of you is sitting up in front of your PC now, and I guess you think, what the hell? Why is this trade still running? I can give you the answer. About 20 years trading, This is one of my own rules. Never intervene into my trade. Never. Because you see, my final target is placed at the point of control here. So, who I am, that I can tell the market what the market has to do. Who I am. I'm only a normal trader. I am nothing. I am a nobody in trading. My only job is to stick to the rules. And all the other decisions the market has to do, not me. So I learned in my trading, if I have a trade, I stick to my rules. And is the trade still running, I never intervene into the trade. Never. And you will, I swear, you will surprise how often the market will give you more money that you expected when you start the trade. You will really be surprised. Believe me, trust me. The market will surprise you more often that you will be disappointed. Yes, believe me. It's my opinion. So that's the reason why this trade is still running. And I don't intervene in this trade. We will see. Now the trade is still running. I can put the trade, my stop a little bit closer to the last 0.3 here. So what should happen? So my first target will reach here. My first target will reach here. And now the trade is still running. I cannot lose money. That will be a winner. Either it's going up or it's going down. So my stop is in the plus, no more, no less. That you have to learn in trading. Stick to the rules. And the second part, never intervene into the trade. Never. So, euro against the Canadian dollar. You can see this is a great trading chance because you see the stabilization at the point of control. And you can see this is a trade for part-time traders in daily chart. So you see the trend. You saw or you see actually the correction. We don't have a trend break because we don't have a close below this 0.3 here. So the trend is still valid. We have 100% correction because we see there the balance candles. And if you want to make this daily chart trade, you can open the account, you can open the trade above this balance candle here around 1.51687. Put your stop below the last low here, and your target is above this 0.3. Black to black. So put in your watch list, and I will open here a trade. So I will open it. Look at this one. I will open the trade with you together. That's the wrong button. Stupid and an idiot. So that's the new order. So here, great. So let's see. Pending order. I want to buy stop. And I want to go inside at 1.51909. So let's type it in 1.51909. So, and place it. So there is it. So, and the stop is placed. Let's see this. The stop. No, here's the entry. So after we will see the trade is open. Put your stop below this 0.3 here, 1.5045415, and the target is placed above this 0.3. Okay, so this is a real trade we'll make together. Okay, next one. All this we had. I can close it. So the next trade you see is still running, and of course, so let's see. Let me see this one. Just a moment, please. This one and daily chart. So daily chart. Where's daily chart? Here's daily chart. So you could see, I opened the trade yesterday. Yes, I opened the trade yesterday. Why? So you see the reason was because the signal comes out of the correction, out of the daily chart. Because we saw this sharp decrease in price here back to the point of low. Yes, we saw here the stabilization. It's like a support in daily chart. That was the signal that I can think about the trade in the hourly chart. And this is one of the rules. You need the support of the higher trend always, because the smart money is leading the market. So that's the reason I may open this trade, and you can see I never break my own rules. So you see the trend, movement, correction, movement. So, and now let's see. We paint with Fibonacci. That was the distance from the last point 3 up to the last point 2. And now you can see, let's see a little bit bigger. You see, we had a correction down to 61% at least. And you need rule number 3, correction must run at least 38. We had a close, we had 61%. Now my target, my first target is placed at 61 on the upper side. And there is my first target. And now here I have to put there again, because I didn't close the half the position. I forget it. My fault. But now the price is running again in this direction. And if the price will reach this first, rule, market profile or Fibonacci in this point, this case, 61 up to 61, that's the first target, and the second target is placed at the point of control. That's my final target. That's rules. Roger, you can see that's rules. And if you stick to your rules, I can promise you from the bottom of my heart, you will survive. You will be a successful trader. You will become a successful trader. I swear it from the bottom of my heart, but only if you are able and if you are willing to stick to your rules. And that needs that you are willing to give 100% of yourself. If you don't, you will fail in trading. No new trading idea, because it's a running trade. No more ideas. So next one, British pound, Swiss franc. In this case, you see a great move up to the point of control. You see what I tell you every week, every single week. I tell you the same thing, that the price will go back every time back to the fucking point of control. It's an unwritten rule in trading. And you see, it was happened. And now we see balance candle here. So what we can expect now, maybe we can expect a little bit short. And we can, a correction of this last move. And we want to use this in the hourly chart. And you see, what you can see, there is placed my order already. You see it? We have a trend. You see the expert advisor. I use my own expert advisor, of course. You can use it. You can order it on my homepage, dowhow-trading.com. In the English version, you can switch it to the English version. And then you can make a trial version of the expert advisor, because the expert advisor makes my rules. He transfers the rules in an automation system. So you see, we had a balance candle here. Here, this was the balance candle. And now my order is still placed here. And I expect that the trend continuation is more likely than a trend break. And here you can see this expert advisor paints the Fibonacci rules by itself, or the Fibonacci retracements by itself. And that's the reason now you can understand why I said red to red, blue to blue, green to green, and yes, black to black. So you see, we had a correction up to the red zone, up to 61%. And my first target is placed at the 61% on the lower side, red to red. First target. Second target is always placed at the point of control. Now you see the rule number 6. Fibonacci market profile will show you the target. That means trading is a calm thing, because you don't have to guess, oh my God, where's my target? Should I make the trend? Should I make the movement? Should I make the breakout? No, it's clear. It's absolutely clear before the trade will open. Where is your target placed? So in this case, 61 at the red and the second target at the point of control. We will see if this trade will open the next time. So that's the trading approaches. Maybe you will do it by yourself. It's not an advice. It's only my trading approach. You have to do what do you want to do. But I can say you stick to your rules. So let's have a short view at the Dow Jones at the moment, maybe in daily chart, in 50-minute chart. So, we expect in the Fed meeting, the Fed decision at 8 o'clock p.m. in the evening, German time, of course. And I don't want to make a trade in the short-term trading right now, because this is the 50-minute. We are very strong in Dow Jones today. We are very far in the move. In a normal case, I would think about a short trade in 1 minute, actually, but we are very close to the Fed decision at 8 o'clock, and I don't make trades about the coming news or news ahead. So guys, that was a market view, and I have 4 minutes. Sorry. I only have 4 minutes for a little bit education, but let me tell you something about it. We talk about the business plan. And the business plan, let's see, we talked about your strengths and the weaknesses, and about the risk about the last 3 weeks. And we talked about who you are. So let me tell you something. If you don't, what kind of person you are, you cannot decide what kind of trading you want to make. You need the information. Where are your powerful strengths? Where are your weaknesses? If you don't know, ask your wife, ask your girlfriend. I swear, they know your weaknesses. They know your strengths. I swear it. Ask them. I will tell you that fact. And now, in the last minutes in this webinar, we want to talk what do I have, or what do you have about technical tools, about knowledge, about experience, and about the amount of your account. So, who you are? Okay, that's the wrong. What do you have? So, if you are a short-term trader, you have to know what kind of person you are. If you want to be a short-term trader, then you have maybe a lot of actions around the day or in the trading sessions you are trading. And you have to watch a lot of charts at the same time, the Dow, the DAX, Nasdaq, whatever. So in this case, you need more than one screen. It's unbelievable to have one screen and you want to make trades in 5 charts at the same time. That's not possible. So you need more than maybe 3. So I have 4 screens here in my office, and they are divided in 4 screens. And so I have 4, 8, 12, 16 screens here now, but in 4 screens included. So, and if you are a medium trader, so maybe you are a part-time trader, have a little bit less action, you have less charts open at the same time, I guess it's enough you have 2 or 3 charts and screens at the last time. And if you are a long-term trader, because you have a job, you have to work maybe 12, 13, 14, 15 hours per day. You don't have so much time for trading and you have very less actions. Then it's enough. You have 1 chart. So, but at least what do you need? Of course, for trading, you need a stable network connection. It makes no sense if you have a small house in the wood or behind the last mountain and you don't have internet, don't have a stable network. It makes no sense to make trades in 1 minute chart. That's not possible. So you need a stable network connection. So you need a great stuff. You need a great PC. You need a strong and powerful USB-C, and it's enough. You have one or two or three screens. I know. I didn't. No, Siri. Siri, stop. That's like a woman just talking to me without asking something. That's the reason why Siri a female female voice. I never thought about such things in my business plan before I started into trading. And that's the reason why we want to close the gap between education and live trading. You see, this is a really important thing to have a business plan. How many of you have a business plan? How many of you? Let me know. How many of you have a business plan? Do you have a business plan? Let me know. Put it in the chat box. Do you have a business plan? Or a trading plan, whatever you call it. Do you have a business plan? Or do you have a trading plan? No. How would you be successful in trading without a business plan? Yes, more trading plan. Bob, I know you are a great trader. I know it. I'm so grateful that to be a part of the consistent part of the trading. No, but if you don't have a trading plan, if you don't have a business plan, how would you build up this business? You cannot build up any business without a plan. That's the reason why we talk about in this webinar series in education and combine it with live trading. So, if you are a part-time trader, if you have a normal job, you earn your money with a normal job, you don't have so many time for trading. You cannot make day trading. So Aaron, I'm a new trader. What are the best approaches to developing a good trading and business plan? Ask me. I will help you. Go on my homepage, dowhow-trading.com. So I will put it in the chat box. Okay, it's allowed to me, Dowhow Trading. And I switch it to the English version. If you want, it's your decision, not mine. It's your decision, but I'm able to help you. And if you have any, just a moment, to the English version. So, English. I put it in a chat box. And if you have any questions, I will answer to you as soon as possible. Put it in the chat box. Look at this one, Aaron. And in the chat box, you will find the link to my homepage. And if you have any questions, ask me. Feel free to ask me. I can give you any advices or the link to the last webinar about the business plan. And it's absolutely necessary to have a business plan, or more like Bob said, like a trading plan. What do you want to fulfill with trading? What's your why? What's the reason? Why do you want to become a trader? That's absolutely necessary. Without a trading plan and without a business plan, you cannot be successful in trading. Believe me, you don't see the link. It's just in the chat box. Look in the chat box. I put it again here. Or you can put it Dowhow. Yeah, so you see here. I put it here in the screen. You see it here. Look at the you can see it here, dowhow-trading.com, and you can switch it to the English version here on the right side, in the right corner, and link to your website. Here is it, Dowhow-trading. You see it here in the browser. Great. Very welcome. Okay, guys, that's enough for today. Little bit more time than 45 minutes. I'm very grateful and thankful that you be a part of this webinar. So, and with this in our mind, let's switch to the last, just a moment here, to the master, the markets. Yes. From here. So I'm very grateful. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your lifetime. I hope you learned a little bit for your own trading. And tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the same place as Admiral Markets, we want to have a look at the current markets after the Fed decision. And I hope you will see us tomorrow at 11 German time AM. And I hope you will be a part of this webinar series next Wednesday again at 6 o'clock your time. And if you will give me a link or give me a like of this, put it, Admiral will loaded up this webinar on the YouTube channel. There you can repeat it. And I'm very grateful, and I wish you a lot of success. And let me say you one thing: be careful about your thoughts, because they are the beginning of your actions. So, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and have a nice evening. Bye bye.